Emotions on high tonight here in Buffalo, New York, as the Bandits and Riptide play for Tucker Williams. It's the ninth Tucker Out Lymphoma Night, with the two clubs wearing special uniforms and raising money for pediatric cancer care. Cameron Dunkerley coming between the pipes for the New York Riptide. .780 save percentage, a 2-2 record. Young guy from Victoria. And Matt Vinc coming into this evening's game. .800 save percentage. 11-4 record, and the 267th game for Matt Vinc, 7th all-time player to achieve that mark in the National Lacrosse League. Dave of the NLL, as the ball is whipped around by Mike Burke. Now dabbling with the ball, obviously, is Teat. There's a low drive, saved by Matt Vinc, and a beauty of a shot to Dane Smith. Second opportunity for New York down in the Buffalo zone. No score here in the early part of the first quarter. Dabbling with it is Teat with a drive that goes wide.
Would have been a 3-on-2 for Buffalo.
Dane Smith with it, back over to Josh Byrne. The two gather together, getting it in close, leaving it back over in front to Cloutier. Over the shoulder drive. Over the Bandits restraining line. Now back to Burke at left. He's taking a look at things from the top of the slot. There's a shot just to the closing mark of the shot clock, and Buffalo will start it up again. 1-0 New York here in the first quarter of play. Nick Weiss in transition, leaving it back over now to Josh Byrne with a drive. And Dunkerley with a nice save, and the rebound comes back over to New York side. Shot clock as Dane Smith comes across the New York restraining line, leaves it down into the far corner for Buchanan. Buchanan with a shot, and Dunkerley with a nice save. Just to the right side of the New York net. And the youngster from Victoria, BC, will leave it back out to center over the restraining line for New York, tipping it over to Ian McKay. McKay with a nice twist. Still hanging onto the ball. Drive by Buchanan. Saved by Dunkerley. Rebound jumps out in front of the big netminder. Comes up with it, and he'll spoon it out and leave it down the left wing lane. With his 6th goal of the season on a great transition play. Jeff Teat with a drive. Shoulder save by Matt Vinc. Rebound picked up by Buffalo, and they'll storm back. And one of the things that Crosby had said is that, you know, we play well along with Kevin Brunell, as a quick stick shot goes in front as Matt Vinc is there. Byrne, who will find an opening to Dane Smith. Smith now from the slot area, looking, shot on, and Dunkerley with a save. The ball goes high along the netting
to shoot, and he hits the net. That's got to feel good. Good save by Dunkerley. A second chance here for Buffalo.
McCulley starts to blast in the middle as Byrne let his shot go. That is picked up by Buffalo again, a reset. So this is the solid set by Buffalo so far in this game, as a shot goes on by McCulley. Tyler Digby tries to set up a ball. Blues ball, and it'll be a scrape up by coast to coast. Steve Priolo goes straight in on Dunkerley. 6th the goal post left side. Quite some time.
Yeah, he's definitely the GOAT, as people would say, the greatest of all time, leading in every statistical category.
Attempt by Buffalo, but thwarted by New York, and they'll push back out at mid. Score tied at 2. Knocking on the door is Kevin Brunell. Gets his own rebound, and a big save by Matt Vinc.
Great speed by Kevin.
Got blocked up into traffic. Rebound swept over and picked up by Buffalo. No reset of the shot clock as Cloutier gets in close, and Dunkerley comes up with a nice save. Ooh, Steve, you read that ball beautifully.
That was a great save. He started to move because Cloutier faked over to Byrne, and Dunkerley moved a bit left. But what a great save.
In the offseason. More on Kevin in just a couple of moments. Now carried by Riley O'Connor. Great season that he's having with 50 by New York into the Buffalo zone. Score is tied at 2. 2 minutes left to play into the first quarter. Out in front is Digby, left it to the doorstep. It's stopped by Vinc, and Bomberry is not in the lineup tonight. Bryce Sweeting not in the lineup as well. And Dehoka Nanticoke still on IR. Massive amount of changes by the Bandits. New York managing to get a pass back over in front to Cloutier. Now to Byrne. Byrne being hampered by a couple of swats. Over the shoulder, shot hard. Along with Nathaniel Kozevnikov. And then Kellen LeClaire, but he elected not to go to the practice squad and signed as a free agent with San Diego.
Yeah, so
zone. Good ball movement. Great defensive play by Steve Priolo. Shocking it free, but it's picked up by New York again. Teat in his favorite position, takes the shot. Saved by Matt Vinc. Back over to Fraser, now to Smith. 2-2 the score here in the second. Feed pass out in front. McKelly with a shot. Saved by Dunkerley. Zone striving in. Back behind the net. Back to Teat with 10 to shoot. Nice ball movement by New York. Quick stick shot this time. A save by Matt Vinc with connections. Getting a chance to try to narrow the margin, but picked up by Buffalo, and a break now for the Bandits. There is Solver with a shot, splitting save by Dunkerley.
What a save by Dunkerley. Solver's another chance on a breakaway. It took him 3 tries to corral it, which is maybe why he ran out of room. But when he ultimately tried to go low to the left, Dunkerley does a great job taking that away.
Teat shooting 17% back out in front as plenty of time remains on the shot clock. There's a drive hard by Larson Sundown, as we had mentioned, and over right to the shoulder of Dunkerley. Great shot on the replay. It's Buffalo trying to find that twine. There is Byrne with a shot, and Dunkerley again is there with a save, and the rebound picked up by New York. Teat with a shot that hits the end boards. Ball picked up by Buffalo and cleared back out in the breakaway again for the Bandits, and it's Dane Smith. Here's Smith shooting, and Dunkerley comes up with another fine save.
Great job with the left arm. Dane Smith stuck out there for a defensive set. His wheels create another breakaway. What a save again by Dunkerley.
End-to-end action now. New York's opportunity, and it's saved by Matt Vinc. Will scissor the ball up, and Dominy and Teat scoring for New York. McKelly and McKay, or check that, Buchanan and McKay scoring for Buffalo. That back in the first quarter of play. Kluche trying to narrow the margin. He does some deking along the way, leaving it up. Buchanan with a shot, splitting save by Dunkerley. If you got an opportunity, take it, run it, shoot it.
And it was a good shot too to beat Matt Vinc 5-hole.
On the door again. Jeff Teat is there, waiting for his forces to get into position. Leaving it now to the far side to Burke. There's a shot straight on by Tyler Digby. That goes wide. Rebound picked up by New York. Good one-handed sweep. And getting into the ball to Marinier. He takes the shot, hits the goal post left side. Up with their captain Steve Friello just outside the restraining line of New York. Leaving it over to Chase Fraser. Fraser with a drive, and Dunkerley with a nice save, and the rebound jumps back out to head coach last year of New York. Floating ball behind the net as Buffalo goes to work down in the zone with the man advantage. Shot on Dane Smith, but Dunkerley is there.
Ball rolled all the way back to Vinc, but the Bandits get a fresh start on the power play right away again.
Dane Smith, top of the slot this time. There is a shot on by Fraser. Picked up by New York. I like the way that, and a former Bandit, Brett Noseworthy, back in the lineup after missing 2 games. Will create a little havoc, allowed Jeff Teat to go to work. He gets a shot straight on.
And they both ended up in the box.
Buffalo with the ball down into the New York zone. Dane Smith with a shot. Dunkerley is there to shoulder that one along the end of the end boards, and cleared out now by Buffalo down in the New York zone. Left over to Dane Smith to Chris Kluche. Kluche off the stick of McKelly, and it's picked up by Dunkerley and gets a nice outlet pass out at center. And a break for New York all alone. Again, the square footage down in the offensive zone. It's setting up the play to narrow the margin. And Dan Teat is there. Little sweeping shot just in the closing moments of the shot clock. Buchanan doing his job, and ball is intercepted by New York. And a breakdown into the Buffalo zone. Shot on, and Matt Vinc is there. Getting close range of Matt Vinc. Jeff Teat is there. He's got an eagle eye at that spot. Takes the shot. Saved by Matt Vinc.
Keep missing the net. It goes without say. 27 shots on goal, but 16 off. Only 66% of their shots hitting the net just about.
Dane Smith with the ball, taking the shot, and Dunkerley is right there at the goal line to stop it.
Turnover like Jeff Teat did right before the half ended, and then you get a bonus possession, and oftentimes it ends up an odd man rush. Byrne tried his hardest to force an 8-second violation there.
Another opportunity for New York coming right in, and center. Using the left wing boards, in over the line they go. Setting the play up. Connor Kiernan, the side of big Matt Marinier. Buffalo with the rebound. McKelly will try it again, powering his way in the middle, taking the shot. And Dunkerley is there.
Both of his feet were in the net when he made that save, but a great job by Dunkerley. Another save, and keeping the 2-goal lead for New York.
Knocking on the door again. Starting goaltender for next year. So maybe this kid is showing the reason why he should make the announcement. And another fine save.
Yeah.
Very quick movement by Riley O'Connor. Jeff Teed is there, taking a shot on, and a good save by Matt Vinc. I guess more of the rubber.
Really have to move, just hold his ground.
McKelly to Dane Smith. Now to Kyle Buchanan inside the New York zone. Back to Kluche with a drive, and Dunkerley again with a nice save, and the rebound picked up.
Bandits couldn't get a body inside to scoop it up. We mentioned the Riptide packing it in on defense, doing a really good job keeping Buffalo outside.
There's another opportunity for New York. They're trying at every angle. 6-4.
And 2 more shots fired wide by the Bandits in that set. They couldn't get a reset.
Here comes another quick stick opportunity for New York. Turned aside by Matt Vinc, at least a piece of it. Kluche as McKelly gets into the middle. Likes to go to the outside over to Kyle Buchanan. Buchanan close. Getting closer, shooting the ball, and Dunkerley again with a nice save by New York to allow the big forwards to come back out and set up the play, as they're doing nicely right now. There's a low drive off the stick of Mike Burke, and Matt Vinc with a long outlet pass. Over the line is Connor Kiernan, shooting 17% from the floor. And Kiernan's got it, leaves it out in front. Quick stick shot by Digby, turned aside by Matt Vinc and picked up. 6 goals in his last 6 games. Buffalo again with an opportunity. Dunkerley is there. The rebound picked up by New York. To Jeff Teet from the far side. And Teet setting up shop from the slot area. Back to Burke, now to Teet. Teet with a back behind the net pass. And an opportunity for Sundown to take another shot on goal. And now Byrne trying to get in the scoring mix as well. Back behind the net it goes. Couldn't be captured by Fraser. There's a shot straight on by Byrne. Dunkerley with a save. The rebound picked up by Buchanan. Buchanan now tipping it back to Smith with a shot that goes wide. This is third quarter action. New York hanging on to a 6-5 lead. There's a shot on by Teet, cleared by the goaltending of Matt Vinc. And to Buchanan, back to Kluche. Byrne along with Smith combined, and Kluche comes up with it. A shot straight on, and again, great save by Cameron Dunkerley.
Great patience. He had to wait and wait and wait and wait.
Tipping it now back to Smith. Byrne with a shot. That's blocked off a side of a New York defender. Byrne getting his own play, and a quick stick shot to Kyle Buchanan, and Dunkerley somehow comes up with a beautiful save.
What an incredible save. He dropped his stick, threw up his right arm.
I believe that score is in the waning moments of quarter number 4. Here in Buffalo, 6-5 New York, and they've got the ball down to the Bandits zone. Shot on. Good kick save by Matt Vinc. Buffalo right to the New York restraining line, as will Steve Priolo, but the 2 big defensemen will leave it off to the forwards. There's a feed by McKelly in front to Fraser, and Dunkerley is there. The turn leaves it to Dane Smith in front. A sweeping shot by Byrne goes wide. Smith getting it back out in front. Shot straight on. Dunkerley is there. And turned aside. He now selects his shot. Teet got it wrapped up into traffic. Picked up by Buffalo. And here's a break for the Bandits, and a fast moving Ian McKay. McKay shooting. And Dunkerley hangs on to the ball. Finished off nicely by Kevin Brunell.
McKay put the afterburners on them.
But New York has a 7-6 lead. Knocking on the door again. Right side of Matt Vinc. There's a shot that goes wide by Mike Burke with the 100 points. His 6th time to score over 100 points, and he's trying to do it again this year. Third quarter, good draw by Max Adler. He's double teamed on the play. Adler hangs on to it and starts the rush inside the tight zone. Takes the shot, and Dunkerley comes up with a nice save, and will hang on to it to run out the time of quarter number 3. Zone, Dane Smith with it, tipping it over now to the slot area to McKelly. Now to Buchanan, to McKelly with a drive, and Dunkerley is there.
Working on face-off with them. He was still a Bandit at the time and was working on just kind of teaching them methods and where to get off the floor.
And they'll be sharing the playoff surface with the Bandits
yes.
next season.
That is the hope in Buffalo for their fans.
Josh Byrne with a drive, and Dunkerley comes up with a nice save, and the rebound picked up by Buffalo. To Cloutier, who finds an opening to Josh Byrne. Byrne now to Smith from the outside. Back over to Cloutier. Now Byrne with a drive, and it's met by Dunkerley head on. Left by Matt Marinier, back for the forwards. Crossing the line is Teat, trying to set up a quick stick opportunity. Couldn't get the full throttle on it, and Vinc leaves the ball out to cleared back out, and loose ball is picked up by Noseworthy, and he'll lumber it inside the Buffalo zone. Noseworthy with a shot on. That's blocked into traffic. Far side in front. On the back pass there, busted up by Buffalo's defense. Teat gets the ball back with a low drive. That hits Vinc, resetting the shot clock. Just approaching the restraining line of Buffalo. Leaving it out to Digby, who will create some havoc and afford Teat with a shot going wide. That off the side, and Matt Vinc is there to get it over to Nick Weiss. Weiss now streaming in, leaving it back over in front to Fraser. And that's stopped in the traffic area and off the shoulder of Dunkerley. Now the Larson Sundown eyeing out the situation, goes to the far side, tips it now. Back over to Riley O'Connor with a shot. Nice broadcast. And great crew here in Buffalo following this very talented New York team. And look at this one, straight on, and a great save by Matt Vinc.
Dunkerley's been good, but so has Matt Vinc. I mean, that's another good save on a, chance right out in front. And then keeping the game within 2 goals, keeping his team in it, Matt Vinc.
How about the New York zone by the Bandits? Josh Byrne looking for his first goal of the night. Gets it back from Dane Smith, and here's a dash by Byrne with a shot. As he went for a flight, but Dunkerley read that one. Teat is there from the slot area. One arms it wide as it hits the end boards, picked up by New York. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Good shot on goal. 9 seconds left to play of quarter number 4. Teat with the ball in over the Buffalo restraining line from the right side. Dekes his way, gets close, hits the goal post, left side of Matt Vinc. He didn't know where it was, but as his arm was wrapped up with one of the New York defenders, good pick by Chase Fraser, and allowing Buffalo to retune with a shot with 10 left inside to Fraser. He's got some room. Will hang on to it and make a swim move. Taking the shot. Dunkerley with the save right at the goal line. Playing for pride and also trying to break a 4-game losing streak on the road. And they haven't won one since January. Steve Frioldo is there right at the restraining line of New York. Tips it over to Fraser. He takes a shot. Dunkerley with a nice save of the rebound. Jumps out to the right side of the New York net. Leaves it now to the far side to Sundown. Sundown leaves it to the far side. Back to Teat with a shot that goes off the shoulder of Matt Vinc.
Keeping it tight. Never trailing on the road is a good recipe so far for New York.
Dane Smith back over to Byrne. Byrne out in front. McCulley couldn't get the trigger on that one. It goes along the boards. Leaving it now to the far side as it comes back to Teat. There's a shot straight on off the stick of Riley O'Connor, blocked up by Matt Vinc and picked up by Buffalo. Time is of the essence now for the Bandits, and Nick Weiss will waste little time and takes the shot, splitting save by Dunkerley. Rebound picked up by Buffalo. Fraser is there, tips it now over to Dane Smith. Joining the fray is McCulley, along with Cloutier. And there's Fraser with a very quick shot. Good save by Dunkerley. 10-9. Ball picked up by the Riptide. Screwing around in front. There's a shot straight on. Good save by Matt Vinc. Rebound, however, picked up by New York. Teat thought he had it, but it's left over along down into the Buffalo zone. Teat all by himself. Still hangs on to the ball. Leaves it out in front. Low drive. Splitting save by Matt Vinc. Leaves it back over to O'Connor. Now to Teat. Teat looking to create havoc. Goes with the ball. There's a shot on and a save with his big 6'5", 235-pound frame. Now back over to Teat for to shoot. Here's Teat with a shot. Saved by Matt Vinc. Rebound smothered by Buffalo. Now back to Cloutier. Cloutier to Byrne. Byrne hanging onto the ball. Does a swim move. Can't get the shot away. Takes it. Scores.